Hare Krishna, by the mercy and blessings of Shri Shri Radha Madan Gopal, Shri Shri Lalita Vishaka Sakhi, Shri Shri Gaurnita, Shri Prabhupada and Shri Gurudev. So I am presenting not a short poem but quote what I have realized through by reading Bhagavatam. So today's quote is: curse doesn't make our life worse when we immerse ourselves in Krishna consciousness. srimadbhagavatam, first canto, 19th chapter, shlok number 5. So writing poem in English is difficult for me, as English is not my mother tongue and gathering words becomes hard for me. So I wrote this quote, and the shloka for the Srimad Bhagavatam is as follows: Aho vihayam imam amam chalokam vimarshito heyataya purastat Krishna griseva madhimanyamana upavishat prayamamartanadhyam. So basis of this shloka I have written this quote. The translation: Maharaj Parikshit sat down firmly on the bank of Ganges to concentrate his mind in Krishna consciousness. Rejecting all other practices of self-realization because of transcendental loving service to Krishna is the greatest achievement, superseding all other methods. So, in this verse, it is described that how Parikshit Maharaj, after getting cursed from a Brahman boy, Shringi, he sat on the bank of Ganges and he thought that only devotional service, Krishna Katha, will save me from this anxiety of death. We all know that the Parikshit Maharaj was in the jungle hunting animals, and suddenly he was feeling thirsty, very thirsty. So he searched here there the source of water, but he couldn't find anything. So nearby there was an ashram of Shamik Rishi. And Shamik Rishi was in meditation. He was meditating on the Supreme. And when king approached the Shamik Rishi, because of he was having in meditation, in trance meditation, he could not hear the words spoken by Parikshit Maharaj. And Parikshit Maharaj thought that a Rishi should honor a king because Rishi is also the subject of the kingdom. So Parikshit Maharaj, by the will of the providence or by the arrangement of Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj took one dead snake by his arrow and put around the neck of Shamik Rishi. And this news spread very quickly. Good things never spread quickly, but bad things spreads very fast. And when the son of Shamik Rishi, Shringi, heard this news that Parikshit Maharaj put a dead snake on my father's body, so he took a water from a river and he cursed Parikshit Maharaj that within 7 days from now, a snake bird Takshak will come and bite you, so that you will be dead within 7 days. As you put dead snake on the body of my father, so the snake will come and bite you and you will be dead. So after hearing this curse of Shringi, Parikshit Maharaj came to know that Shringi has cursed me. So Parikshit Maharaj had power to recounter the curse, but Parikshit Maharaj didn't did that. And instead of cursing the Shringi, he gave up his kingdom, he gave up his family, and he just on a kopin loincloth, he came on the bank of the river Ganges, and he was waiting for someone who can guide him about the ultimate goal of life. And by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, Krishna sent Shukadev Goswami Maharaj to present himself in front of Parikshit Maharaj. So Krishna sent Shukadev Goswami in front of Parikshit Maharaj, and so that the Parikshit Maharaj will be enlightened. Because of this curse of Shungi, Parikshit Maharaj was not anxious about what will happen to me, whether I will go to hell or anything, because he was already devotee and he knows that Krishna will protect me. So by the mercy and arrangement of Krishna, Shukdev Goswami comes in front of Parikshit Maharaj, and Shukdev Goswami Maharaj spoke Srimad Bhagavatam. And by speaking and hearing, both Parikshit Maharaj asked some questions, Shukdev Goswami Maharaj answered these questions. By immersing in Krishna Katha for 7 days, continuous 7 days, 7 nights. So his life become enlightened, his life doesn't become worse. So devotee take everything as Krishna's mercy. When we take everything as Krishna's mercy, then nothing to be bothered actually. So Parikshit Maharaj took this curse as blessings. In previous some verses he spoke that this curse has come on me as a blessing because I am so much engrossed in my materialistic life. I am so much engrossed in my family affairs, political affairs, social affairs. But because of this curse, I am not able to focus on Krishna. So devotee take everything as Krishna's mercy, and they don't blame anyone, and they don't counter curse also. In Srimad Bhagavatam verse came as Shapta Kshipta Hata Api Nasya Tat Pratikurvanti Tad Bhakta Prabhupya. So Krishna's devotee never retaliate or contract because they know that everything is Krishna's mercy. And those who take everything as Krishna's mercy, they become eligible to enter in kingdom of Godhead. So Brahmaji says in his prayers in 14th chapter of 10th canto, so everybody knows this shloka. Tattenukampa sushamikshamano bhunjana evatmakrutam vipakam. So anybody who takes adverse situation and tolerate bhunjana evatmakrutam vipakam, what he thinks, this adverse situation came in my life because of my past misdeeds. Urtvagumubhir rududam namaste jivetaya mukti padasya daibhak. He considered that this adverse situation, bad situation came because of my past misdeed, and he continues to offer respects. He continues to practice devotional service. Rut Vag Vapurbhir by his heart, by his words, and by his body. Then he become the claimer of spiritual world, Golapurundam. So Parikshit Maharaj accepted the curse of Shringi and he immersed himself in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukdev Goswami. He was so immersed that even he forgot in 10th canto, he speak to Shukdev Goswami that I have even forgot hunger and thirst. And before getting curse, he was very badly affected by thirst. But here in 10th canto, Parikshit Maharaj says that I am not affected by even hunger and thirst. You are speaking Krishna Katha, which is so nectarian. Even I forgot this hunger and thirst, which is very difficult to forget. So he forgot all the thirst and hunger, and even he forgot the takshak. I am dying in 7 days. And he has no fear about the takshak. In 12th canto, which is the last canto in Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 6th chapter, which is titled as Maharaj Parikshit passes away. In the shlok numbers 5, Parikshit Maharaj says, Bhagwan takshakadibhyo mrityubhyo na bhibhyam pravishto brahma nirvanam abhayam darshitam tvayam. My Lord, I now have no fear of Takshak or any other living being or even of repeated deaths because I have absorbed myself in that purely spiritual absolute truth which you have revealed and which destroys all fear. So here Parikshit Maharaj says, because I am fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, I am fully absorbed in Krishna Katha, I have no fear of Takshaka or any other living being. So by your grace, by hearing Krishna Katha, the fear has gone now. So whatever happen, let it happen. I am not fearful. So devotee when get curse, they don't retaliate, don't go in depression, they happily accept the curse. And there are so many personalities who accepted curse as blessings or curse as Krishna's mercy. So even from the beginning to 11th canto, there are so many curses spoken by. So in first canto, Parishit Maharaj was cursed by Shringi. In third canto, four Kumaras cursed Jay and Vijay. Fourth canto, there are so many curses, but main curse is Daksha curses Lord Shiva. In sixth canto, Chitraketu Maharaj was cursed by Parvati. Even Narad Muni was cursed by Daksha. So Narad Muni was cursed by Daksha also and cursed by Brahmaji also by his own father because he was not uh, ready to procreate. So that's why Brahmaji became angry and he cursed that you should be born as a Upabarna Gandharva. So he became Upabarna Gandharva. Then again he cursed there and he became the son of a Dasi Putra. Dasi. Then Narad Muni cursing Nang, Kuber and Manigriv in 10th canto. In Mahabharata, Arjuna was cursed by Urvashi, and again Pandu was cursed by one sage. And Lord Chaitanya also cursed by one Brahmana, and Krishna also cursed by Gandhari. So there are so many good people, they are devotees, even though they got cursed. But everyone we mentioned, they all took curse as the blessing of Krishna. Even Arjuna, we see in Arjuna's case, he was nothing at fault. He went in heaven to learn some military science, to achieve some astra and shastra from decision. But when Uroshi approached Arjuna for to satisfy his lusty desires, so Urvashi became angry and she cursed Arjuna. I think this is the first time that Urvashi is getting angry. Generally, sage gets angry because of Urvashi, but here Urvashi is getting angry because of Arjun. And she cursed Arjun that you will become a eunuch. And because of this curse turned into blessing when they were in incognito. So no one could recognize that this Bruhannalla is Arjuna. Arjuna became Bruhannalla in last uh, exile, last year of the exile, incognito. So whenever when devotee curse, it is also blessings. Just like in case of Nal Kubir and Manigriv, Narad Muni cursed them, but because of the curse, they got the darshan of Lord Krishna. And when devotee get cursed, they think that it is Krishna's mercy, and when they take it as Krishna's mercy, they become more serious in their practice and they become more elevated in their position. So whatever happens in our life, whatever worst situation we think as worse, but it is not worst thing, it is a blessing of Krishna. So we have to change our perspective, changing our paradigm, that whatever worst situation I am going, it is depends on our attitude and consciousness. Just yesterday we are speaking on Dorothy, one lady who met Radhanath Maharaj on the airport, at Florida airport, I think so. And she was a cancer patient, and her family, her husband and her children all were died, and she was also diagnosed with cancer. So when she spoke to Maharaj, Maharaj spoke to her that it depends on you how you take the situation, whether you react angrily or it take you as a curse. So you will die in depression, whether you should take this disease as a blessing and live happily. So whether situation is good or bad, when we take as Krishna's blessing, Krishna's mercy, our positivity increases. We don't come under depression or we don't become depressed person, rather than we feel the world with joy and happiness. And we see so many person now also. Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, who was also died because of cancer. He was so happy even he had fourth stage cancer. There are so many ISKCON devotees who died because of cancer, where they uh, never blamed anyone. They immersed themselves in Krishna consciousness, hearing, reading, preaching. We saw recently Kadam Kanan Maharaj also. He had also cancer, but how he lived his last some few months. So he immersed himself in Krishna consciousness, and he peacefully and happily faced the death. So any worst situation in life is not a curse or worst when we immerse ourselves in Krishna consciousness. So we have to learn from these devotees how to take bad situation or curse as a blessings of Krishna. When worst situation come in life, it depends on how we are in a depth of Krishna consciousness. If we are fully mature, fully absorb ourselves in Krishna consciousness, so worst situation or curse don't affect our spiritual life negatively, but they affect positively. So Parikshit Maharaj took curse as a blessings, and he immersed in Krishna Katha for full 7 days, 7 nights. And because of Parikshit Maharaj, all the 88,000 sages of Naimisharanya, they also got the benefit of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam directly from the mouth of Shukdev Goswami. Because the association of Sukdev Goswami is very rare, he used to stand only for 5 to 7 minutes in front of any householder's house, because he was a Virakta sannyasi, he was totally detached person. So getting association of Sukdev Goswami for 7 days, 7 nights is itself was a blessings, and in that he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam, the supreme absolute truth. So because of curse of Parikshit Maharaj, all the 88,000 sages got the blessing, got the association of Sukdev Goswami, and all 88,000 sages gave blessings to Parikshit Maharaj. So one curse given by Shungi and 88,000 blessings given by the sages. So because of one curse, he got 88,000 blessings. So when we are positive, we take things positively as Krishna's arrangement. Then instead of one negative thing, we get 100 positive things in our life. So we should happily practice Krishna consciousness, whether its situation is not good, very bad, worse situation. Eventually, Krishna will show his mercy upon his devotees, because Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. So we should have full faith on this, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, and practice our devotional service happily, steadily, and joyfully. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we'll meet tomorrow. श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री राधा मदन गोपाल की जय। हरे कृष्णा।